All right, so today we are going to be working on Introduction to Google Sites. So like I said, I want you guys to build a website, and the best tool that we have available to us is our Google Sites. So if you guys get into your applications icon, and actually right down toward the bottom, there should be an app available to you called Sites. So go ahead, you might have to, yeah, I can see it right there on Carson's, good. So go ahead and select Sites. All right, yours is going to look a little different because I've made one before and you haven't, so you're kind of getting the intro screen. The nice thing about Sites is it's very drag and drop. You can set up a theme really easily. We're going to walk through all of those steps today. I will say it is not the slickest, coolest web tool ever, but it's the right price and it's in your Google account, so there's no downloading necessary, anything like that. For those who are making websites or are thinking about it for their 20% time, there are actually some other products that you could use if you want to just get a feel for it. So what I want you guys to do is we're going to go ahead and click that red Create button in your left sidebar. Yep. So from here, let's just look at what we have. You do have an option to browse a gallery. I'm not going to have you do that. We want yours. You will be able to theme it out. We're going to use the blank template that's already pre-selected. You're going to name your site. And like I said, up behind me, we're going to name it first name, last initial, MCMS, and then we're going to go 15-16. I can't remember if the dash is going to screw things up. We might have to take that out. All right. Our next stop then is this little tab that says Select a Theme. So go ahead and hit the drop-down menu there. We've got a lot of different theme options. I recommend, although it's not mandatory, I recommend a theme that is lighter in color. It just, in my experience, is that makes it easier for you. It's easier to see your text and things like that. So choose what you want. I'm going to go with Crystal Panel. And once you select, go ahead and click on it. And then if you scroll down, I'll give you guys a little moment here. All right, so after you selected your theme, go ahead and click the More Options. There's that tab at the bottom. This allows us to do a little bit of tagging. So site categories, we're going to do education. And you can separate them by a comma. Another site category, we could say Mr. Case Class. And then site description is, this is my website for Mr. Case's digital expression class. Once you've got all that in there, then go ahead and hit Create. Leo.
Do we have to do education?
Yes, because that will help me look for it later. Yep, go ahead and hit Create. And once you've hit Create, why don't you guys go hands on knees and totally face me for a second. And I'm going to run through all of your options here. David, you need to be with me. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that I was
Okay. So what you've got is, obviously, this is the name of your site. They've created a default home page for you. We're going to change that around. And then this left sidebar is where you're going to see your pages get built out. Now, the key pieces to this, give me a second, Leo, and then I'll be happy to answer your question. The key pieces to this software are actually these guys right up here, okay? So the pencil means that you're allowed to edit the page. And if I click on that pencil, you guys don't do this yet. I'll have you do it a little bit. It gives me total control over the page. I can add text, I can add images, I can do all that. We will do that very soon. Once I'm done, Then I hit save. And another option I have is to create a page. So if I click this, it creates another page for me, right? This third tab right here, the more actions, if I click on that, it gives me all the different things that I can do for my settings and how I'm going to completely change things if I want to, okay? Questions about just this basic intro? Leo?
So what's the site description?
The site description, we just said this is my class website for Mr. Case's digital expression class. Bree?
How do you change the setting? The background.
So if I wanted to do that, if I want to change my background, I actually go down here to manage site. And under manage site, it's going to give me themes, colors, and fonts all the way at the bottom. And then I can change that if I want to. And to get back to my site, I just create that back arrow right there. All right. Kaya?
I accidentally pressed create site earlier and then I pressed backwards and then it said I already created the site.
Right. So we'll be able to change that. I'm going to go ahead and close up this one. So that was just a brief intro to Google Sites. The next video will be on how to actually edit a page, to create a page, and that'll be the more nuts and bolts there.